Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat, 7 a.m. Central, bright and early, guys. This is where you follow me along on my sewing journey, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. We mostly do quilting, machine embroidery here. So you garment folks, welcome. Glad you have joined us. Not going to do too many collars here, but I do have a Frito. That's what I have right now. My little girl has shown up. Hello, baby. Yeah, let me get your bucket. Hold on a second. Oh my, y'all. It is just wet here, just wet. It's not raining, just wet. It's crazy. Hair had to go up. It's just something else. Good to see everybody here in the chat. Great to say hi to all of y'all. Well, hello, hello. Star says, good morning, sweet Frito. Mama closed your bag because they were getting mushy with all of the, look at her hiding behind me. She's just a cow dog, y'all. They have to be behind. She just can't stand it. Come over here. You're even behind the, there you go, baby girl. You can have another one, and then you're going to get a stick. Yeah, you're going to get your stick. You want to go brush your teeth? Okay, bye-bye. She's so sweet. All right, you guys, I have a new microphone on. Can y'all hear me? Tell me how my audio is. If it's bad, then I will switch it over. Well, hi, Lucy. Thank you, Trudy. That's very sweet. Frito's fine, Sandra. Yeah, she got herself feeling a little bit better. Let me zoom in just to scout you a little bit. I'm clear as day. Thank you. Sounds good. Excellent. Yeah, so I was at Stitching Heaven in Quitman, Texas, and I went totally, I called them like 2 hours before I was going, and I got the voicemail. I don't know if anybody heard it. And I was like, hey, this is me, and I'm coming up, and I just want to let you guys know I got folks coming. And thank you, everybody, on the audio check. I appreciate that. Good. It's right here. Got a little thing. So I met Elijah. He just happened to be there. I think he's only there a couple days a week, and he is their audio-visual guy. And he coerced Miss Pat, who is a dear, to taking me around the store. And he took a video of the whole thing, and that's going to be on their channel. So I don't know when. He didn't indicate, he's got to edit the video and get it right. He's probably having a fit with it because he didn't have his gimbal. So it's a little bit more bouncy than he would like, and he's a professional. I appreciate that. But anyway, this is the mic, not the exact one. I didn't steal it. But this is the microphone that he used. And for those of you that are wanting to do channels and whatnot, let me pull this out. It is called Hollyland. Okay, Hollyland. I know I've got some YouTubers out there. So he raved about it. Y'all, we bought those DJI microphones. That's the same company that makes the drones. And the DJI mics are little square boxes, and they're really heavy, and they pull on your clothing. Whereas these are just teeny tiny. I'll hold one out. See, just a teeny tiny. And the little bitty part, see that little tiny bitty part? That is the microphone. And that goes on the outside of your shirt. And the big part goes on the inside of your shirt. Well, we have been having audio trouble with Keith doing his legit kits, right? Hold on, I'll put this back. And we couldn't get the audio right with him. It's really weird because our voices are so crazy different that all we could use was y'all didn't come here to hear this. I'm sorry. We're not here to talk about audio sources on a quilting channel, but it's part of my life. This is what I do. Okay, long story short. 2 mics. I watched 1 2-minute YouTube video to show me how to hook it up, and I'm off to the races. So there was a comment either in the chat or below the video on Keith's video last time for part 2 of Sophia that said I was echoing and you couldn't hear me in the background. It was very distracting. So hopefully This fixes it. You guys are $123. Dirt cheap. I know. It's how, this is my life. This is my life. This is what I do all the day. I have to bounce back and forth between audio, visual, production manager, grip, producer, director. His next class, Jane, speaking of Keith, she says, when is his next class? I'm going to the UPS store today, and I know that month number 2 is there. So we're going to try to do it probably next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central. We'll try to get it set. You're very kind. Elizabeth says it's interesting. Meh, it depends on who you are. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed that. I took a video around there. I don't have it queued up. It's like 9 minutes long. Maybe we'll watch it one day. I don't know. But it's just a video of the store. I really, really like the store. They've got a good balance between traditional quilting and modern quilting. They do a whole lot of block of the months that are traditional whimsical, which is totally up my alley. I got to not touch my, I'm used to doing this, and I got to not touch because there's a microphone there and y'all will hear it go. You don't want that. So Polly says, let me try this again. Good morning. Well, good morning, Polly. I'm glad you did that. Let me see here. Susan says, that's what I love about this channel. You never know what we're going to talk about. You really don't. I do not have the live set up yet for the 9 a.m. we're going to do today for another block on the Brightly sampler. That will be forthcoming. So, and while we're off topics, the pool is on schedule. We're going to get it staked out this week. Everything is moving right along. There was another customer that was ahead of us, but they had an above ground pool as well. And they didn't get theirs down before my husband did his. Ours is down and we're ready to go. So today or tomorrow, she's coming over with the sample books for me to pick tile. Maybe we can pick tile together tomorrow. I don't know. New cup. Glory, I got this cup. Oh, and Glory, your stickers are on the bus. Thank you. Very nice. All right. This cup was given to me by a viewer on a sew and sale cruise. It says, ask not what your fabric can do for you, but what you can do with such great fabric. And then it has a nice little poem on the back about fabric. So very nice. And it was funny. I had told y'all this story before, I think, but it was wrapped in a fat quarter. And I thought, why would somebody wrap a cup in a fat quarter? Then I opened it up. Mary Rose says she loves hearing all the news. Don't change. All right. Well, that's my life. Okay. So if you were not here on Friday, which I know a lot of you were, because that's our big giveaway day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we worked on the boot block from Kimberbell. This turned out just beautiful. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it really close. Okay, so Wednesday we made the 3D bunny in the fibrous water soluble. Okay. All right, and then Thursday we made the background quilting. All right. I think that's what we did. Thursday we made the boot. Thursday we made the boot. And then Friday we did the background quilting and attached the boot. I think from now on, I'm going to do embroidery while we're on the road, just because it's so much easier, believe it or not, than quilting. Now, this guy comes out. He's a 3D. Isn't he cute? I want to show you guys. All right. Look at the back of this. Look how pretty that is. But I want you to take a look. This is from that Brother NQ 3700D, or it's non-Disney companion, the NQ 3550W. Look at that beautiful balanced stitch. See how 2 small lines of yellow and a regular, the wide line of white? That is a beautiful stitch. Just perfect. That is what the back of embroidery should look like. I don't see my, there's a little bit of the bobbin thread there on the leaves, but very, very pretty. If these tails make you crazy, you can cut them off. Just don't cut the knots, okay? You can trim the tails, don't cut the knots. That's a beautiful stitch, you guys. That is ideal for machine embroidery. So I'm very, very thrilled. All right, so we have the boot now. We have got, I still have 2 more panels to do. Here's the mushroom with the little 3D surprise. There's a little chicken there in the egg. Isn't that precious? It's cute. Okay, and here's 2 more panels for the ones I need to get done. I don't know how or why this block landed in there, so that's a surprise. Ta-da! Here's my bunny trail signs telling you which way to go. Okay, we're going to have a little 3D quilt hanging in this one, and that 3D quilt was a block that was made on a 12-inch little mini wall hanging from Kimberbell last year. And here's our carrot house. So 2 more to go. And I'll be finished with the panels for this. And then I need to put together the borders and the inner and outer border, or put them together, inner and outer border. Maybe maybe this Embroidery Thursday, we can work on that, you know, or something. I'm not going anywhere now until the end of April. Mr. Man has a birthday today. Full-fledged card-carrying member of Medicare. Yeah, so I'm going to run to the grocery store here in a little bit. I got to pick up my groceries, and I'm going to get, they have those little small containers. His favorite cake is German chocolate. So I have to pick up 2, because if I pick up one of those little containers, one big cake is too much. Even the slice one, I don't know. I might get him the whole one if they have one. Yeah, he's got a birthday. He's asleep right now, y'all. Sleeping in on his birthday for sure. So that's good. Okay. Moving along on that. I do need to get 2 more panels done, and they're almost the same. They're the little, look like these little red blossom trees out here on the end. Those need done. All right. So as I said, I went to Stitch in Heaven. I got my house pants up around my knees because it's hot in here. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, I spent some time. What is this? This is a block on another quilt that I'm doing. And I can't remember what oh, I remember what this is. This block was for Prairie Home. And they are redoing the instructions. So I'm full stop on Prairie Home until April 15th when they put out the new instructions for the April blocks. I've got 2 of them done, if you recall. Okay. So these are the first 2 blocks on Prairie Home. I'm holding off. That's the sew along with Lori Holt's Prairie Home book from the Fat Quarter Shop. So I'm holding off on that. Okay. Spent time yesterday getting blocks cut, ready to go. So April, I'm doing the Lori Holt Vintage Christmas sew along from the quilt along from the Fat Quarter Shop. You guys, he reads all these comments, so thank you. You like that green and purple? Who'd have thought? Huh? Odd. I don't know why I picked those 2. I thought it turned out okay. I don't pick colors, you guys. It's horrible. But so like on this, this is the ice skate with the pink. I had some of that shabby silver left over. That's going to be the blade on the ice skate. And so what I do, okay, because I'm using my own fabrics on this Vintage Christmas. I've got a link to this book and everything down below, you guys. So here's Vintage Christmas. This is an old Lori Holt book. And the Fat Quarter Shop has refreshed it, doing this quilt again. And it's like 3 or 4 blocks a month. Okay. Awesome. Well, happy birthday to your daughter, Wanda. Sharing the day. That's fantastic. Okay. So, well, he's got to go get his new retiree ID card. He has a dependent ID card as my dependent because I was active duty still when we got married. So he's got a dependent ID card. He needs his military one. Okay. Anyway, so where like they have pink for this ice skate boot with a red top and a red heel, and that what I do is I'm like, I can follow that. All right, because I can't pick fabrics, but I can follow that. So here's the pink for the boot and the red top and the red heel. And I had some light gray shabby, Lori Holt's shabby, which is one of her blenders. And then all the background fabric. So that's kind of what I do. Whatever the picture has, that's the way I did. So I got this cut. I think I'm going to switch out this red. I'm not sure. I'm looking at it in the camera. It's not bad because it's got some gold in there. This is the bell. And then the jingle bell. And here is the little deer. Okay. So I have cut things to keep me busy. And I want to get these done. You know, I could pace myself at a block a week, but I'm going to Indiana for a snap-applique workshop with Quilting with Harriet at the last week of the month. And so I want to get these done in the first 2 weeks. So the third week, I can get all of the fabrics cut for May, right? And then I'll have everything. Then I can be gone to Indiana and I don't have to worry about that. That's what I'm doing. Now, the first block you're supposed to do for April, see, they have a whole schedule, y'all. You don't have to get overwhelmed. You can just stick with it, right? So here's the Vintage Christmas. This is the free schedule and fabric requirements that they put out. I put it in here. May, we're going to be doing the little white chapel block, mistletoe, Mary mug, and the mitten. I can knock that out. That'd be fine. So anyway, this week, or the first block of April's, is called the Holly and Ivy block. And that's this one right here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see what it looks like. Now, this is something else. I want you to notice, not only are you matching these seams to put these rows together, but you're matching these points right here, just like that. See that? Here. All of these little points. This right here is a bugger. I mean, it is awful. I managed to nail it on the first one. Oh, Lisa Saj doing live tonight on her Facebook. Good. Let me back up. So I did manage to nail it. Let me show you guys my progress. I wanted to show you my little trick for hitting all those seams. So here's where we're at so far. All right. So there it is. Look at that. That was something else. Absolutely something else. Okay. So my trick for getting these right, just real quick, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. We'll sew it. I want this block done because I worked on this yesterday for quite a bit of time. This is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. If you think you can just whip it together, you can't. The hard part is not nesting these little seams. The hard part is not nesting these seams. The hard part is hitting these right here. And so the trick to doing that, when you're going to match a diagonal seam, is I take a ruler and I mark the 1/4 inch. Okay. I'm going to mark that. with my friction fine liner marker. Mark that 1/4 inch. That is a pain in the neck. You can mark them all if you want. I don't really look at these because I feel those with my fingers. But these two right here will make you crazy. Okay, so now I have my little marks. See them? These are the two that matter, that one and that one. And then on the back of here, right on the line right here, that little seam line right here and right here, I want to mark my 1/4 inch. This is how you do this without ripping your hair out and the fabric 4 times. Those are the ones that matter. Okay, these seams nest right here, and these seams do not nest. So, okay. As usual, what I'll do is I nest center first. I'm going to change the title of this video to Matching Diagonal Seams. Get my coffee out of the way. Now, what I'm going to do is on this 1/4 inch, I'm going to take my pin, I'm going to go right in from the back and make sure I'm right next to the seam. Okay, I'm right on that seam. See that? Now I can see, whoops, now I can see where I need to hit. Right here. And I'm going to put it right on that purple dot right there, right next to the green. This is how I did this. Okay, then hold that pin straight between the two and behind it, not in front of it, which means to my right, because I'm going to sew it from here to here. I'm going to do that. Now, I've got the mark to tell me where I need to match, okay? And then I need to match these two seams and nest those. This is what I was doing yesterday while I was watching YouTube. Okay, and then match this end. Okay, look how many pins are in this little bitty block. 4 pins in this little bitty block right there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here now to this side. It doesn't matter which side you do first. Just see, I want to go right next to that in the seam at the purple mark, and then in the seam at the purple mark. And that's how you match up diagonal seams. Because if you don't do this, you're going to get, it'll look off and you'll be like, ah. Okay. And then I'm going to nest these. And I'm just matching these edges on the nests. I pin at a 45, y'all, so that I can stitch down here and get 1 or 2 stitches over the seam line and then pull the pin. If you stitch on a diagonal, it won't work. Okay. All right. Now I'm ready to sew this thing. Whoa. Let's see if this works. I just wanted to get this out of the way because this block is almost finished. Dave, are you stitching on that new 1600? Did you? He found his bobbin case. Whoops, I got a thing in the way for y'all. Let's see if this works. Could be all my plans don't work worth beans. One of the things you'll like about this, Dave, this machine is it doesn't require leaders and enders, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm coming up on that first seam. I'm going to get 2 stitches over. I can pull that pin. Now aiming for that purple dot. I hope I hit that purple dot on that first one. I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Okay. I'm going to let that fabric relax a little bit there. I love the knee lift on this. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see how we did. Okay. They're perfect. That's how you do that. See that? They're perfect. I don't have my iron on heated up. I'll heat it up and I'll press it open and show y'all. Okay. So that's every one of those. Ta-da! Thank you, Vicki. Ta-da! Yeah. Let me turn this, heat it up. Otherwise, let the hair pulling begin. I can still see a little bit of the purple, but it's going to go away when I iron it. All right. And on this particular one where all of this red met in the middle, it was really, really bulky. So I did press the seam open on that particular part. But all right, that's how you do that. Okay. That one's in the books. So the Holly and Ivy block is finished. And I've got 3 more to go in the next 2 weeks. So good. How easy was that? Okay. You got to strive to do that. Yeah, Betsy, when it's time, you're a few blocks behind. Girl, what have you been doing? You got all month. Isn't that funny? How things, oh my goodness, time just flies, right? Okay. So I went to Stitch in Heaven, which is in Quitman, Texas, which is a dinky little Dairy Queen town spot in the road, which those are the kinds I love. That's what I live in. Everything I'm showing you, I did put links below to this stuff. Not affiliate, okay, just so you guys can see it. But, oh, you were in Charlotte for a week? Oh, well, that's okay. That's a good reason. Sure. I saw this. This is a coffee mug with scissor handles. I'm a sucker for this stuff, you guys. This kind of stuff just makes me happy. It will, I don't know if I'll use it for coffee, but it'll definitely sit out. I could use it for coffee. This is super, super cute. Aren't these adorable? Look at that. That is, oh, your niece and family live in Quitman? That's awesome, Patty. Look how cute that is. It's not really practical, but it is precious. So this will be sitting out. I'll have goodies in it, I'm sure. I love these kinds of things. It just adds to the whimsy of my sewing room and things that make me smile. Oh, speaking of things that make me smile, I'm going to turn you around real quick. I want to show you what I did with my original embroidery machine, my PE 770. After I stitched a block, I stitched the mushroom block on that PE 770 for that Kimberbell thing. Let me turn you guys around. I want you to see around the room, around the room, around the room. Let me go. We're up. We're going up. Can you see her sitting up there on display? And I put a little stitch mug rug right in front of her. That's the kind of stuff that makes me happy. Just like that. Okay. So now I have to dust it. That's baby. And I have to dust it. But that's okay. So that's my first embroidery machine, the Brother PE 770. Yeah. So that's where she landed. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys because people are like, what are you going to do with that machine? Well, look at her and smile. It makes me happy. Like this. It's just little things. Okay. That is a nice cup for a thread spool holder. You're absolutely right, Polly. You're absolutely right. I don't think it's big enough, though, to hold the cones. I'll have to. That's why I was using that mug, because the mug had a thing. Big enough. Okay. Well, I was walking around the store. You guys know I'm a sucker for applique. This is so cute. This is back in their Halloween and fall section, and it's making mischief. It's a Cheryl Atkinson design, which I love. This is adorable. I don't know if I'll make it. I know that I have it, right? So that's just too cute. So the cat, the eyes and stuff are, and then I don't know if the wrap on the cat up here, you can do a little wall hanging or you can do a runner. Either one. So that's adorable. Okay. I also picked up Hello Pumpkin. This is a Cherry Blossoms design. I had a heck of a time finding this. If you guys wanted to buy it, had to go directly to her site. I could not find it anywhere else on the internet. So there's your Cherry Blossoms Hello Pumpkin. This is super cute applique. It's got big applique pages in it. Okay, that's just adorable. I love it. So cute. They only have one left in stock. I told them they were going to sell them out. I'll look for another source for you guys. She had 5. Well, probably only 4 after I bought mine. Yeah. Now, this is an old book from Nancy Halverson's Art to Heart, Table Please. I have part 2. This is part 1. I had a hard time finding this as well. Real hard time finding this. But, you know, the Easter stuff just grabbed me. I love all things Nancy Halverson designs. She and Amy Bradley are 2 of my favorite applique designers. All right. And then while I was there for the Chisholm Trail Quilt Guild workshop that I'm doing in May, that's the next time we take the motorhome out. I'm flying to Indiana. We're not driving. But in May, we're taking the motorhome, and I'll be staying in the Leander KOA, which is just west of Austin. So we have a new person, Sandra. Leanne, are you new? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you're here. Where is my, okay, you guys are on it. Good. I have a welcome committee, the Sunshine Committee. We have got a virtual kitchen. All stitching retreats have a kitchen. Scotty Dog runs the kitchen. Usually Barbara's making sure there's plenty of coffee. But you guys just wander in there. You're in the right place. It's pretend. Okay. And on your way in, hit the thumbs up button. Be so kind. And if you're sitting on your couch or your recliner and you're watching on a big TV, grab that channel remote and hit the thumbs up button. The channel up button. I'm sorry. Channel up gives me a thumbs up. I'll get that straight. Yeah. So that's great. Where in Indiana will I be? Good question. I don't know. I don't know. Harriet's picking me up at the airport. I'm along for the ride. You guys, as organized as I am and everything that I do in my sewing room, when it comes to travel, I'm a sheep. I just follow the herd. I just tell me where to be and when, and I'm really bad about it because I have so many travel plans. It's very hard to keep them straight. I don't know the name of the town. Harriet knows it if she's in here this morning. So, and a lot of Holton, thank you. There she is, quilting with Harriet, Holton, Indiana. And Harriet, do you have more spots available or are you sold out? So anyway, so I'm making the kits to take with me up to the Chisholm Trail Quilt Guild because that got booked before I got smart and I have the host make the kits. So for the little projects, I'll just show you all the fabrics. You're not going to see the project we're making, but for the stuff we're going to do, here's the lime green pairing for these fabrics. I love this, believe it or not. And it's Tilda. There's the gold pairing. Pretty cute. Here is the purple pairing. That's a batik. Very cool. These are batiks. And the bright aqua pairing, or lime green, whichever one you want to call it. I got the other lime down there. And here are the pinks. These again are batiks. Pink pairing. They wanted to take me to the retreat center, Becky. I just didn't have the time. I had to leave. They were ready to haul me over there, but I was like, ooh. Now, I'll show you guys this is my trouble. Okay. So the aqua pairing, I chose these 2 fabrics, which are fine. All right. But then Michelle came over and said, let me help you, my friend. And she chose this. So I have trouble. It's not color blindness, but she just did a better job. So here is the aqua pairing. Okay. This is more of a baby blue, robin's egg blue. Again, more tilde right here. They've got a real big tilde section for you tilde fans. They have a big section of it there at Stitch in Heaven. So that was my Stitch in Heaven shopping haul there. Pretty, pretty. Yeah, so, okay. After that, the next day, oh, and I have a bolt of, I bought this, my girlfriend's quilt shop had a sale where I could get this whole bolt of snow, Riley Blake's Basic Shades Snow. That's September. And I got it for like $50, which is a deal. So this is going to be the fabric that is used to put all that. All right. I don't like picking fabric. Michelle says, I love picking fabric. Here's Michelle. She's the one. That's hard for me. Oh, her little stitching group showed up in the RV park too. And wow, what nice, sweet ladies. It was so nice to meet you guys. It was awesome. Yeah, they want me to do a block of the month with them. I don't know why. They sell them out every time. They don't need my promotion of it at all. So then the next day, Michelle and I went to, all right, so there's a little shop in Canton, and it's called So-and-So. And I visited her in 2022, and her name is Thelma that owns the shop, and she's 90, and she's still going strong, pretty much, pretty much. So I put the information for So-and-So. She markets it as a sewing notion store, but she has nothing but Moda quilt fabric in that store. And then she's got one room full of buttons and zippers and floss and stuff. Y'all, she's got buttons hanging on cards, a whole wall of buttons that are marked 70 cents. I bet you those buttons have been hanging there for 40 years. That's how long she's had the shop, is 40 years. She is a firecracker. She's something else, I'll tell you. She's so funny. We had a good chat with her. So, those of you that are wanting to make this Things Above quilt, this is the quilt with the churches. Okay, the pattern is called Firm Foundations. I'm going to open this up. I'm making this for my son. All right. If you don't know where that shop is, you'll miss it and almost hit the mailbox. It's fine. All right. So this is Firm Foundations pattern. I've got a link to this. All right. But if you wanted to make so the panel comes with 6 biblical sayings that are the body of the church. All right. In order to make the kit, the whole quilt, in order to make the whole quilt, you need 2 runs of the panel. This is out all over the place. Okay, this panel. Now, Dee Dee found some of them, so you can find them. But this panel, this is the one that makes up the body of the churches. Y'all, Thelma has an entire bolt of this panel. There are 2 different panels to this line. Okay, there's a great big one and there's a little bitty one. And this is the littler one. So in order to make the entire Things Above with all 12 churches, you need 2 runs of the panel. And this is it here. Okay. And so they're duplicated. The churches are duplicated. Do I know? Okay. Yeah. So this is, see, look at the black here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need 2 of these. Okay. As the panel is sold, it is like this. To make the Firm Foundation full quilt, you need 2. Now, y'all, So-and-So does not have a website. This is what the panel looks like. You get 2, 4, 6. You need 2 runs of it for a total of 12 panel pieces to make the things, the Firm Foundation pattern. For those of you that are making this, she opens at 9 Central, and she's only open from 9 to 3, and she's closed on Wednesdays. If you call her, be sure to tell her, okay, you're looking for number. Let me get the number off of this thing. So, because there's 2 of them. There's another one that if I hold up this thing, this whole thing, it's a giant panel that you could put like on the back of a quilt. I thought about that, but I opted out. All right. The one you want, let me see. It has cut things above, Stephanie Slawinski, Fancy That House Design, Moda. Okay. Set your mind on things above. It doesn't have a number. It says, set your mind on things above. I don't know what that other one is called. Be sure to tell her, I want the one that has 6 pictures on each run. And you need 2 runs of it. 2, okay? If you want that. All right. If you can, well, the Betsy found some stores with the Firm Foundation box set. So the box set is called Things Above. The pattern is called Firm Foundation. The box that the Fat Quarter Shop sold, or whoever's selling it, whoever put it out, Moda put it out, stores might have bought it. So I just want you guys to kind of get that. It's weird because they named the quilt different than the pattern. I don't know. Anyway, so, and then you also need the Tri-Rex rulers to make your roofs. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that when I got this thing. I had no idea. But she has a whole bolt, and she's happy to go to the post office. So that's where it's at. You got to call, and I put her phone number below in the description box. She doesn't open until 9. All right. And if she doesn't answer, she does have a helper that comes in a couple days a week. She doesn't answer, keep calling. I don't know if she has a voice message or not. So just FYI, you guys. I know some of you are looking for this. So I wanted to tell you that. All right. So that's at So and So in Canton, Texas. If you look for a quilt shop, you're not going to find it. If you look for a fabric store, you might find it. So she's so funny. She says, some days nobody comes in here at all. And I said, well, maybe you should let some ladies come in and sew. I'm not doing that. I said, oh, okay. Never mind. Am I going to show how to use the Tri-Rex? Sure, Barb. I can do that one morning. We can do that. All right. Well thumbed through, but an Art to Heart book I did not have, so I had to get it, is Imagine. This one's a little hard to come across as well. It has got individual cute little pictures that you can put together with applique into a quilt if you so choose, for each one of a block for each part of the year. And then you can also do banners. Okay, that's cute. So if we get rowdy, will you wake up Keith? I doubt it. Frito go in and knows his hand. There's some more. There we go. That's adorable. Yeah, they look like postage stamps in here. Let me see what size they are. Oh, y'all, these are so cute. Oh my goodness. Aren't those adorable? Look at that. That is so stinking cute. I love it. These are done before she came out with her fabric lines, it looks like. So those blocks are 14 by 14. They're big. These blocks finish at 14 by 14. They're big. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if y'all remember we did those little in the hoop magnets. Corey Yoder showed her little magnet pattern. So Diane from Katie Corners digitized the magnets. And it's CADI Corners, LLC. You can find it on the internet. I think I have it linked. So I got another box from her. Katie Corners. So she has those little small magnets and she has larger magnets she was going to digitize, I think. I don't know if those are on the site yet. So anyway, I got this box and I'm like, what is this? Open it up. And it says, thank you for supporting our small business. Got a little thank you card. That's nice. So let me see. The Saddle and Sand Garbage Bag. First little hint. Many thanks for showing my quilting magnets. Should any of your viewers be interested, coupon code PTWT15 will give you a 15% discount on any seat belt product on my website. What's a seat belt product, y'all? A garbage bag. We all need one of these, every one of us. All right, so here's a garbage bag. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. She makes trash bags for your vehicle out of seat belts. Would you look at that? How brilliant is that? What a great, you cannot destroy this thing. You can't. It has Velcro to go around your headrest. Okay, this is brilliant. This is just brilliant. And the inside of it, let me see if I can pull it out, is a vinyl. Feels like those old plastic pants we used to put on babies in the 60s and 70s. Remember that? That's what this feels like. Very cool. Very clever. I know. And it will look great in the new Jeep. I know it will. So I put a link to this, and you can go to her website and use coupon code PTWT15 for 15% off. Now, this is, I don't think you can, I think you need to buy the kit. Somebody just texted me, I think. Did somebody text me? I don't see anything. Michelle, I can't tell you that. I'm working. All right. So you can get a pattern to make your own garbage bag. I think that's brilliant. The terminology. A garbage is perfect. I love this. So there you go. You can get just this, or you can get a kit with all the goodies in it. And she's got different colors. So there's your red, silver, and black. Brilliant. I love the vinyl on the inside. You know how you put stuff in and it sticks? Okay. This is going inside the Jeep. Keith goes, that's going in my truck. I said, oh, no, it is not going in your truck. No, it is not. So thank you, Diane. I met her and her sister. Katie is K-A is Kathy and D-I is Diane, and they're sisters. And Diane lives in New York. And she had her come down to a snapplique workshop I was doing at Mull Queens. So that's nice. Great idea. Give Keith the kit for his birthday. You know, he's got a pretty heavy machine. So enjoy a sweet, calorie-free treat on us, Diane and Kathy. How nice is that? All right. So that was the garbage bag. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. All righty. So Tiny Talkie Tina wanted to know Friday, when are you going to do Esther the Easter chicken? So I had shown y'all this pattern. I found it in my stash. I've had it forever. I think it was printed in it's copyright 2014. So I pulled it out and took a look at it. And so, yeah, I've had it for 11 years, or eight or 9 years. I picked it up at Scrappy Quilter in Shirts. They're closed now. Joanne retired. Joe retired, not Joanne. Joe retired. So then you open it up and you get in here and you're like, uh-oh. The basket is paper pieced. The basket's paper piece. Okay. I didn't know that when I bought the pattern. You don't open the pattern up and go digging through it. I should have, but I did not. So we have a little layout diagram right here, tiny. Okay, on this shows you how it's going to work. This thing is 21 by 48 approximately. So you get a pattern. Here's a page. It's got the eggs and the straw. All right. You only get 3 pieces of straw, one to the right, one to the left, and a straight. And you need about 14 of them. Here's an egg, and you need 17 whole eggs. Here's your half egg, and there's your quarter egg. And then the pattern is cut in half on the pages. So you really need to retrace these to get this right, right? I trim the top page. Okay. So, and here's the handle. That's what you get for the handle. And then there is the 3 pieces, 4 pieces, because here's one of the triangles that you need for paper piecing. And then you get a paper piecing layout diagram. Y'all, this is way over my head. Way over my head. This is not something I would have done. I'd have said, darn it, I wish she would have made it differently, but I wouldn't have done this. And then here's your, if you want to background quilt in your scallops, they give you a little pattern. Okay. So I decided I was going to do this and use the snap-applique method to put it together. So I'm going to pull, I'll show you what I got, what I did. Just, I was playing with it yesterday, y'all. Let me pull up Brother Canvas and log in and show you guys what I was doing with this thing. And all my projects. Okay. Let me show you. Do I use my scan and cut to cut all pieces for applique? For the most part, yeah. I'm not going to do that by hand. It looks like a 4-year-old got a hold of some little stubby nose scissors if I have to cut the applique. So I don't want you guys to be intimidated by this, but it's hard. Oh, we have 1,129. Oh, look at that. Awesome. We went over 1,000 today on a Monday. That's unusual. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Y'all hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It's totally free. No membership fee. And then hit that notification bell so you know when I'm live. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I scanned in all those pieces. And I uploaded them to Brother Canvas. So here we are at Brother Canvas. This is the online version. I need to get savvy with the downloaded version because I need to teach that. Now, I want to show you guys something very cool. I thought of this when I was staring at Michelle in the RV. We came over and talked about this pattern. So what I did was I scanned in 1 egg, okay, and then duplicated it. You can right click and duplicate and make all these eggs. I can hit delete on my keyboard and make it go away. There are so many different colors of eggs that I changed the color of the lines to show me what color fabric goes where. Because some are yellow, some are pink. Like the purple doesn't have a quarter egg or a half egg, but the pink has both. The green only has a half. The baby blue only has a quarter. See? So that's what I did. And then I duplicated all the pieces of straw that I need. So here's how I can cut out all of my pieces, which I think is very cool. To change the color, go into the properties up here, and there's a deal right there. You can do it, and you can make it any color that you want. But how smart is that when you've got to make tons of multiples of different colors? Yeah, that is so cool. So that's the easy part, getting the eggs cut and done. I have to say, I thought it was brilliant. So that I know what fabric goes where. And what you can do, like how big of a piece of fabric do I need? I'm going to highlight all 3 of these eggs, and it doesn't give you a size down here. So then you right click and you group. And when you group it and make it one object, you get the size. So I'm going to add, I would do like so let's call it 2 inches by 4 3/4. I would do 3 inches by 5 3/4, 5.5, thereabouts. So that's how big of a piece of fabric I would use for that. So that's all you need to do. But just know that when you group them as one and you download them into your scan and cut, you can't ungroup them at the machine. You have to ungroup them online. Whether you do it in the local version on your machine, the downloaded version of Canvas, or the one in the cloud, which is what this is. Okay, now I'm going to save this. Okay. Let me get out of this. So on the paper piecing, which I'm not doing at all, they don't give you a finished size, so I'm going to wing it, okay? But I did scan in these pieces. So I'm going to take these pieces and put them together and create a base triangle. And then I'll have little bitty black triangles on top of it and do something like that. Okay. Oh, Debbie says she's been Snapplique in her DBJJ Busy Bee. No, you have not. Snapplique is only when there's no embroidery design to start with. You might have been pre-cutting the pieces, which is cool, and that's fine. That's not Snapplique. Snapplique is, I got a paper pattern and I need an embroidery design to fix it, to finish it. Okay. That's the difference with Snapplique. Yeah, that's the only way. I know, Mo. I looked at that too and I'm like, I am not doing this. I can't even wrap my head around it. And it's very simple, I'm sure, but that's not how I roll. So I'm going to be putting this together and I'm going to do that. And then if you study it, and on this pattern, oh, and these all need to be traced separately and scanned separately. All right. All of these pieces. I tried it. It's a mess. Hot mess. It's a hot mess. The easiest way to figure out the size of the triangles you would need to make is to pull up the handle in Canvas and then figure out how big your triangle needs to be so that you have a measuring guide. That'll give you that. This is hard. This pattern's very hard. Our hour is up. Okay. And then on this, where'd the piece go with the pattern? If you look at this layout diagram right here, okay, it doesn't tell you which number pieces are what. You're going to have to study this and figure out the layout. You can't just put them together, iron them down, and go stitch. You're going to have to figure out like, the tail and the straw go down first, right? And then the back wing, and then the body, and then the front wing, and then the wattle, and then all the pieces of the head. You've got some eggs that need to go down under the body. You've really got to study this and figure it out what goes down when in order to be able to get your stitch order proper in the objects panel and in Brilliance. This is a very advanced, difficult. The only thing that's more advanced than this one is going to be like the reindeer that we had in the Merry Christmas, where the cord looped around the antlers and over and under. That's difficult. Can be done, but it's difficult. So anyway, yeah, study is right. You're going to have to study it. You're going to have to stare at it and think about it and get it in. Number your pieces. Number your pieces on the paper. I'd make a copy of it because you're going to mess it up. Use a pencil, right? This is hard. So it's a challenge. I know some of you you're like, I'm on it. I got this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So good for you. All right, you guys, our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. This has been a blessing. You are a blessing to me. Thank you so much. We will be back here at 9 a.m. for the next block in the Brightly Sampler. I'll get that loaded up. Do I have any other Easter designs that are easy for us to do? Norma, yeah, why don't we do, well, I did an Easter mug rug before. Any other Easter designs? We'll come up with something. Well, I just looked at Nancy Halverson's, but it's too late to get the book. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's do maybe we'll do a download, right? That way everybody can get it. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow morning. You guys go sew something.